Lawn care is one of those side hustles that people overlook because it sounds too basic, too simple to be a real business. But simple is good in business. And lawn care is some of the most consistent, predictable, and scalable service income you can build from a standing start. Guys have gone from zero clients to full-time income in one season with nothing but a mower, a trimmer, and a willingness to knock on doors. Let me break down exactly how to get this started. Welcome back to Off Clock Hustle. I'm your host. Today, we're getting deep into lawn care, a business that has created thousands of full-time income careers, starting from literally a single residential mower and a few willing neighbors. Whether you want to make an extra $1,000 a month on weekends or build a $100,000 plus operation with multiple crews, the foundation is the same. And we're starting from the ground up today. Let's go. Why lawn care works. Let me give you the specific structural advantages of lawn care as a business, because this isn't just a hustle, it's a model worth understanding. Recurring revenue is the first and most powerful one. Once you sign a lawn care client, they pay you every 1 to 2 weeks during the mowing season without you having to resell them anything. That's a subscription. Each client you add to your roster is not a one-time transaction. It's an ongoing revenue relationship. Stack 15 accounts and you have predictable weekly income before you even start the morning. Stack 30 accounts and you're running a legitimate small business. The barrier to entry is genuinely low. You need a mower, a trimmer, and a leaf blower. Most people already own at least one of these. The upgrade to commercial-grade equipment can happen with your first season's earnings. The demand never stops. Every neighborhood has homeowners who don't want to spend their Saturday pushing a mower around, and that's true in every market in the country from spring through fall, and year-round in warmer climates. This is not a trend business. It's not going away, and it scales naturally. Add clients, hire help, eventually buy an existing route from someone exiting the business. Lawn care companies that serve 50 to 100 plus accounts are legitimate small businesses generating real income for their owners. What you need to start. Minimum viable equipment for residential lawn care. What you actually need to start taking paid jobs this weekend. A reliable mower. If you already own a decent push or self-propelled mower, you can start immediately. For professional work at scale, commercial-grade units from Toro, Honda, or Husqvarna are the standard, and a used commercial mower in good condition can be found for $400 to $800. This is an investment that pays itself back fast. A string trimmer, weed eater, for edging along driveways, sidewalks, fences, and anything the mower can't reach cleanly. A battery-powered or gas commercial unit in the $150 to $300 range is what you want. Don't underestimate how much the edging detail affects how a yard looks when you're done. A leaf blower for cleanup after mowing. Battery-powered backpack blowers have become popular and practical. Budget $150 to $250. The difference between a yard that looks professionally done and one that looks hastily done is often just whether the clippings are blown off the driveway and sidewalks. A truck or trailer for hauling equipment. A pickup works fine to start. A trailer becomes worthwhile once you add a zero-turn mower or accumulate enough equipment that loading and unloading at every stop costs you significant time. Realistic total startup with used equipment. Under $1,000 if you're resourceful. You can recoup that investment in 2 to 3 weekends of work. What to charge? Pricing varies by market, yard size, and local competition. Here are the realistic ranges. Small yard, under 5,000 square feet, $35 to $55 per mow. Medium yard, 5,000 to 10,000 square feet, $50 to $80. Large yard over 10,000 square feet, $80 to $150 plus. Most experienced operators can mow 6 to 10 lawns per day, working efficiently with quality equipment. At a $55 average per lawn, 8 lawns in a day is $440s. That's a real day's income. Add-on services are where you significantly increase your revenue per client and per hour. Edging and bed maintenance, $15 to $35 per visit added on. Mulching and bed refresh, $150 to $400 per job, depending on beds. Spring and fall seasonal cleanups, $150 to $500 per property. Leaf removal, $100 to $300 depending on volume. Fertilization and weed control programs requires licensing in most states, but can nearly double your annual revenue per client if you get certified. These add-ons are where the real money accumulates. A client paying $55 per mow who also books a $200 spring cleanup and a $200 fall cleanup has paid you $900 that year, not $660. Don't leave add-on revenue on the table. Getting your first clients. The same playbook that works for any local service business. Door-to-door with simple flyers. Print a clean, professional-looking flyer using Canva. Free. Takes 20 minutes. Walk through a target neighborhood on a weekend morning and leave them on doors. Focus your prospecting on blocks where lawns are visibly overgrown or long. Those homeowners are already feeling the pain of a neglected yard and are your warm leads. A few hours of door knocking can produce 3 to 5 new client inquiries. Facebook Marketplace and Nextdoor. Post your service with a clear description, a price starting point, and ideally a photo of recent work or your equipment. Local service posts in these platforms consistently generate phone calls and messages. Refresh your post every few days to stay visible. Google Business Profile. Set up a free profile for your lawn care business. This is how you show up when someone in your area searches lawn care near me or lawn mowing your city. It costs you nothing, and once you have a handful of reviews, it becomes a consistent inbound lead source without any ongoing effort. Yard signs. Ask your first satisfied clients if you can put a small sign in their yard for a week or two. A simple, your business name, professional lawn care sign in a well-maintained yard generates calls from the neighbors who see it every day. One yard sign per neighborhood is worth more than many paid ads. Building a route. Route efficiency determines how much you actually make per hour of work. If your clients are spread across 3 different zip codes, you're spending 40% of your day driving between stops. That driving time is unpaid. Work intentionally to cluster your clients geographically. When you're taking on new customers, prioritize people near your existing clients. Over time, you want dense routes in the same neighborhood or along the same street where you can do 3 to 5 yards in a row without moving your trailer more than a block. Route density is how you maximize your hourly earnings without working more hours. Software to run it professionally. Even as a one-person operation, running like a legitimate business matters for customer retention and reputation. Tools like Jobber or HouseCall Pro help you manage your client schedule, send invoices automatically, and track payments. Both have affordable plans for solo operators. For invoicing and payment, don't rely on cash. Set up Square, Venmo for business, or Stripe and let customers pay electronically right after you finish their yard. Fast payment, better cash flow equals better business. Scaling when you're ready. Once your schedule is more than you can handle alone, bring in a helper for your busiest days and pay hourly. Then invest in a zero-turn mower to increase your efficiency and take on commercial properties. Take on a second crew when you have enough work to keep 2 teams busy. At 3 to 5 regular crews, you've built an actual lawn care business with management income. Established lawn care routes with a solid client list so sell, typically for 1 to 2 months of recurring monthly revenue. When you're ready to exit or sell in the future, you've built a real asset, not just a job. Lawn care is simple, scalable, and you can start this weekend with equipment you probably already own. The hardest part is getting the first 5 clients. After that, word of mouth takes over and the business builds itself. Subscribe to Off Clock Hustle for more side hustle and business content every single week. Drop a comment. Is lawn care something you'd try? Let me know where you're at.